Hi kitty cats, welcome to my channel. I hope you are having a wonderful day today. So today's video is going to be another Am I the A-hole? And it is a spicy one. It is Am I the A-hole for outshining the bride? And we're going to do something new. So while I'm going to be reading the full post, you're going to be seeing me do my makeup and go from this to magic. Okay, so let's jump right in. So I, 27 female, am a black African woman. I'm living and working in Germany for a fixed period on a secondment. While here, I became quite friendly with a colleague, 60 female. She invited me to her daughter's wedding. I was excited, as I've never been to a white wedding. I asked if there was a dress code or a color scheme to adhere to since it wasn't specified on the invite. I was told the dress code, dress to impress. Bet. Day of the wedding? I understand the assignment. I wear my traditional wear, which is really beautiful and obviously not German. The garment is green, so no problem there. Or so I thought. I get a lot of questions and compliments at the wedding, which I genuinely downplay because it's not my day. My colleague seems colder than usual, but I pay no mind since she's the mother of the bride and could be preoccupied. The bride is downright rude to me, but I give her grace. I congratulate her and thank her for including me, and I get a tight-lipped response. I keep to the edges of the room as the music isn't really my vibe, and I'm just observing how European weddings work. I leave around 8 after 5 hours and go home before the wedding finishes. Monday, I walked into whispers in the office. People are actually strangely looking at me and more reserved than usual. An office friend pulls me aside and fills me in. Bride's mother is fuming. My outfit was too extravagant, over the top, and inappropriate. I drew attention from the bride and commandeered the room. I was rude and disrespectful. She told people all about it, apparently. I approach mother of a bride and ask to speak, but she says she has nothing to say to me. I ask her why she has spoken to everyone else but not to me, and she calls me an insolent child. I explain to everyone who scolds me that this was my first white wedding. I specifically asked what to wear and followed the guidelines where I'm from. There's no such thing as outshining the bride. Weddings are a fashion show, a chance to wear your best and brightest clothes. They told me this isn't Africa, which was racially coded, and that people here have manners. I laughed and told the person to go to hell. So she's telling people I lack remorse for my behavior. Now I'm wondering, am I really the asshole though? So, let's talk about it. Is Opie the a-hole? Opie says that she's 27, she's a black female from Africa, doesn't say which country she is from, but it's her first European and German wedding. As she was excited to go, she became friends with a colleague who's 60 years old who invited her to the daughter's wedding. She specifically asked what the dress code is, and she was told, dress your best. Now, I was born and raised and still live in what I consider the most beautiful country in the world, South Africa. Here, we've got 12 national languages, and we have 9 provinces, and there are so many different cultures. And African weddings are amazing. I've never been to one myself. I've never had the opportunity to be invited to one, but I've seen it on TV, and I have had friends that went to weddings, and the brightest, most beautiful dresses with patterns and colors that you wouldn't think match, but on that dress, it's so beautiful. The material, everything is perfect. And it's a celebration of two people coming together. And again, each culture has its own customs, its own guidelines and rules and traditions for weddings. So that is just South Africa. I couldn't even begin to explain how all of the South African cultures' weddings work, because I don't know and I wouldn't do it justice. So now think, South Africa is one country and there are many countries in Africa, each with different cultures and different groups of people with different traditions and different weddings. If we take a look at Europe, Europe is also a continent with different countries with different experiences and different cultural norms. And so the mother of the bride and Opie worked together. Mother of bride invited Opie to the wedding. Opie asked, "What is the dress code?" "Dress your best." Now, considering how magnificently spectacular African weddings are, the outfits, and that there's no way that an outfit could ever outshine the bride, it's just not a thing. How was Opie supposed to understand that? Because she comes from an entirely different cultural background. She did not know that this would be considered rude. So she never meant to upstage the bride. She didn't know that dressing her best meant that she just has to dress fancy and not so fancy that she looks prettier than the bride. Because in her mind, the bride, this is her day. It's her special day and it's all about her. And she must have felt the tension the whole night, because she said she kept to the edges, the music wasn't her vibe, and she left early. So she must have felt uncomfortable. And then there goes the gossip train, and it left the station on wedding day, and Monday morning it arrived at the office before Opie did, and my oh my, did mother of the bride gossip to the whole office. Now, office gossip to me is a toxic thing in general. It shouldn't be happening and it shouldn't be allowed. But then to single out one person because they're from a different culture and they might not have understood, and it takes a friend that takes her to the side and says, "Hey, this is what happened." And then Opie goes to the mother of the bride, who was her friend, and she wanted to talk about it, but this 60-year-old woman who has lived a life, whom I would think would have some kind of grace and understanding for a young person that's from an entirely different continent, different background, different culture, doesn't understand German norms and traditions, that she can be so cruel and then go and turn the whole office against her and then refuse to have that open communication. That, to me, and the fact that the bride was so unkind to this young woman, I don't think that that would ever be okay. Opie asked, and I cannot say this enough, Opie asked what she should wear. Opie, I am so sorry for the experience that you had. You are not the a-hole. You should never have been treated that way by the bride and mother of the bride, who was your friend. And the fact that you became the target of a hate campaign that was racially charged at work, that is unacceptable. That is not okay. I mean, there's no way around it. I'm sorry, Opie. I'm truly sorry this happened. Please don't ever let anybody dim your sparkle. Yes, ask more questions. Perhaps if you're not sure, ask your friends, ask people, but be yourself. And you are not the a-hole. You are not the a-hole. You have never been the a-hole. You just brought a beautiful spark and light into that wedding. And, you know, human nature is a strange thing. When we see something bright, colorful, and beautiful, we get curious and we want to know more. Doesn't mean that that person means to outshine us. We're just curious as humans. So, thank you for watching my video. The biggest "You're Not the A-Hole" star in gold and everything beautiful to OP that says, "You are not the a-hole, and I am sorry for the way you got treated because it was not okay, and I hope that somebody tells that mother of the bride that she was wrong, because she was and you were not." I hope everybody has an amazing day. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!